How you doing, everyone? We are back for episode 5, season 2, Beyond the Pod podcast. Can you believe it? Episode 5 already.
Number five. Do you know what, Ben? I'm so sorry I'm not there with you. I really wish I was, from the bottom of my heart.
I'm sad. It's a sad day. I mean, we aren't very far away.
It's a sad day, but we made it work for our followers and the people who are keen to watch the Beyond the Pod. So we're doing this for you guys.
Yeah. Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Sister, for liking, subscribing. But we're going to talk today about the wedding episodes, the 2 episodes that dropped very recently.
The wedding episodes, mate, highly anticipated. This is the climax. This is what it is. This is what Love Is Blind is about. These episodes now, this is what it is about, the show. So it's very exciting. And I'm assuming you have also seen the show just as me. You've seen the episodes, right?
Seen the episodes. I know who gets married, know who doesn't. If you haven't watched them yet, turn this off. Don't watch it because we're about to spoil it for you.
Spoiler.
Right, shall we get right into it then? The first couple to have their wedding shown was Jed and Bada.
Jed and Bada. Yeah.
Now, gutted. Absolutely gutted.
I love them too.
I love them too.
Yeah, disappointing, but so going back to earlier in the episode, the wedding fitting. What do you think about the wedding fitting?
I mean, it seemed a dead cert then. Bada was like, oh, he's the one, he's my husband, blah, blah, blah. They seemed solid. I was like, yep, it's in the bank, no problems whatsoever. And then it just took a turn from there onwards.
Yeah, same, mate. I thought I had my doubts because I know that they had the sort of issue about him paying, and yeah, but I don't really understand why that's a massive issue. It's just a sort of like she wanted to pay, and he was just like, no, I said I'd pay. That's it. I don't see why it was a massive problem. I don't see how that would escalate to an argument, but obviously we don't know the full context of the conversation or the argument, so we're only led by like what information we're given. But just based off what we're told, I don't see how that could escalate into this huge argument which would doubt marriage. Do you know what I mean?
I think it wasn't just about like who paid that bill. From what I've seen, it was he made it clear before they went out. It's like the final date night before the weddings, and he was like, I really want to pay for this. It's like for us, because before that they've been taking it in turns. And she was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, pay. And then when it came to it, she, I think, just put a card in and paid. And I'm guessing it felt to him like she'd kind of like it's not undermined because it's a nice gesture. It's more like he'd not been heard, he said. Okay. Where he just wanted her to be like, okay, yeah, but I'll let you get this one.
Okay, so in that situation though, you just kind of be like, I told you I was paying, and then you just be like, right, I'm so angry with you, but you kind of laugh it off, and you're just like, I can't believe you just done that, and they're like, right, that's it, and I just make sure 100% that I paid next time.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. It's like, yeah, it's not like she's done something bad.
No,
I don't think.
She's just been really lovely and been like, no, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a bigger problem to sort of say you're not going to get married over, but
Yeah, and then apparently they had some more arguments in between then and the wedding day. Now, I don't think she went into detail about it. And if you saw anything?
No, not really. Seemed pretty plain sailing. I really like them two, but obviously she says no at the altar. Is that a surprise to you? Was you surprised?
Hey, mega surprised. Yeah. I thought, I mean, those two, probably my favourite couple. Still.
I really like them both, yeah.
Both seem genuine, down to earth, no real dramas for that. She said no. He got asked at the end of the wedding day if she'd said yes, what would have his answer been? And he didn't really say. He said, "Oh, now's not the time to think about that."
Yes. What would he have said? That makes me kind of think he'd have said yeah, but he'd have said no. Sorry, but maybe he didn't want to say yeah to make Bada look bad.
Exactly. I was going to say the exact same thing
Yeah.
because
So it was,
ordinarily I thought,
might just being like courteous and just thought, do you know what? I don't need to disclose that. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant now. He might have been wanting to say yeah. He didn't want to say yeah on camera because Bada would have looked kind of not bad because at the end of the day she's got to do what's right for her and the relationship. But yeah, maybe he was just trying to say Bada.
yeah, I thought the exact same thing. I thought, oh, well, if he was going to say yes, he would have said it. But then by doing that, you make Barda look
Yeah,
bad,
I agree.
and that was so. If that is the case, I think that's quite nice that he did that.
Yeah, I played to him. But
Uh,
do you know what? Like I don't know. You know, like obviously they've not got married, but I trust that maybe they can sort of work still. Because I said this like on Love Is Blind, like what is what's a successful journey? Is it meeting somebody and having an amazing connection and see where it goes and having an amazing partner or whatever, or is it marriage? Because at the end of the day, like for me, marriage wasn't the sort of be all and end all. It was finding my person, and if we weren't ready to get married at that moment in time, then so be it. It doesn't mean it was an unsuccessful journey or the experiment was a failure. It just meant that I wasn't ready. So I think that they could still work it out.
yeah, I do, mate. I think you're right. I think very wise words there. I think a success is finding somebody, and yeah, success is finding somebody, and I think those two can work well together. I hope they give it a go after this. And if they can rejig the mentality to say, like, okay, I'm not saying no to you, I'm saying yes to being engaged. If you can walk away from that experiment being engaged, that's a success.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Jed and Bada. So now shall we look at Cal and Sova?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, not much to say here. I kind of had the impression they'd both say yes at the altar. They both did say yes. I thought their wedding was really nice, to be fair.
Mm,
The attire, the flowers, the layout, I thought, in terms of wedding, that's probably the nicest.
so
Even like her evening after wedding outfit was pretty cool.
yeah,
Um,
it was very like the I like that they brought the culture into the wedding. I thought it was really nice. Um, yeah, it's good, wasn't it? It's beautiful.
yeah,
How when they were going to the procession, the procession, like going to the wedding, the build up, they like playing drums. It was like
I
cool.
saw that. That was cool. I like that.
It was good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of those two, I mean, yeah, they seem pretty happy, seem pretty set. Can't see many dramas there.
No, same. I mean, they seem pretty plain sailing, to be honest. The words were very nice for each other. I like how Carl ripped up his words and he said them from his heart and from his head, which is a nice gesture and it means it's real. He's not having to read it off the script that he's written. And yeah, I think they obviously really like each other. And I think there's been lots of questions throughout the series about Cal and his intentions. And I know he made that statement about you're not the typical girl I'd generally go for. And I don't think that's a bad thing to say. I really don't. It's just maybe he could have worded it in a better way. Maybe he could have worded it in a better way. But I think that there was a lot of doubts. I've seen a lot of comments online doubting his intentions, etc. And I think that like after today's episode, I feel like maybe he's sort of justified his feelings and maybe I don't know. Obviously, people now realise, oh, actually, yeah, he's actually really into her because you're not just going to marry someone for the sake of it, are you? So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I thought that. I had doubts when he's made the thing about Sova not being his usual type. I thought that
yeah,
might derail them. But it's obviously not mattered to him that much because he's said yes.
that's it, yeah. So
And even there's a moment in his vows, I thought he was just going to rip it up and just say, "Oh, I like your posh southern accent and the fact he goes to the gym."
yeah, same. I thought he was going to say all those beautiful things he was going to say, and then he was going to be like, yeah, and I like your accent. Yeah, because that was it, wasn't it? Your accent, and I like the fact he goes to the gym.
Yeah.
What he said to his mum, to her mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Obviously, they both said yes. Yeah, I think it's nothing really to report. Really, I think like I was kind of expecting it towards the end. I think that you could see they were both feeling each other, and I think that we could both see they were leaning toward a yes. So I don't think there's any surprises on my side. What about you?
Yeah, no surprises here at all, and I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. Like come the reunion, I'm expecting those two to be pretty sound and solid. To be honest,
Yeah, yeah, same.
so,
Same. I hope so.
I
But
hope so.
his brother did say that he doesn't hold down a relationship. So
Yeah. So that's Carl and Sova done. Next couple we're going to look at is Megan and Kieran.
do you know what? I actually love these two. They're so good together. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty plain sailing, nothing else to really report. I know they had a bit of drama in the last batch of episodes, Sophie coming into the mix a little bit, but they've been
No,
pretty solid the whole
yeah,
season.
I think that, yeah. Obviously, there was that drama, a bit of drama there. Like, but I think at the end of the day, Megan was right for sort of warning Katisha, and so it is what it is, and she was definitely right for doing that. But yeah, I think they're a really good couple. They seem like the strongest couple on camera, like what we're seeing. They seem like the strongest couple, and yeah, I'm really enjoying watching them. And it comes to no surprise, does it, that they've both said yes? Like if either of them had said no, we'd have been in shock.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I think they're really strong together, and yeah, they're nice to watch, and it's what the show's about. In it, the show's about finding love, finding your connection, and finding your wife, your husband, and it seems like, as far as we see so far, we've not seen the reunion yet, but it seems to be that they're a match made in heaven. Do you know what I mean? Or a match made in the pods.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very plain sailing. Like you say, agree with you, strongest couple, no dramas. Always going to be a yes on both sides. I think, like you said, it'd been a bigger shock than Bada and Jed, to be honest. And I, again, fully expect those two to be together at the reunion. Yeah, no doubts there. I mean, I'd be very surprised if they're not, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they've got to be. They've got to be.
Yeah.
They've got to be. I think everyone will be so upset if they're not. I think like
Yeah.
everyone will be so disappointed.
Yeah.
But I've only got positive thoughts and hopes for them both, to be honest. Yeah.
Weirdly, I kind of think it's similar to Steve and Sabrina because their journey seemed as well pretty plain sailing throughout
No,
our season.
let's hope it's not the same outcome.
No. Let's hope so.
Like, obviously, they've just connected straight from the pods and have no issues whatsoever, and just been plain sailing, aren't they? So it's
Yeah.
been really watch. It's been really nice to watch, and I'm really happy that it was a yes for both of them. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Same. Nice. Next couple.
Next couple, Billy and Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, so Billy and Ashley have been I'd say they've been my favourite from the beginning, to be
Oh
honest.
yeah.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching them. And I know that like one when at the retreat, etc. There was a bit of like uncertainty there from Billy's side, but yeah, I think since then it's kind of been a bit of doubt the whole way through. Like the last sort of block of episodes, everyone's been a bit unsure. Um, the build up to the wedding. Um, what were you thinking? Were you thinking it was going to be a yes or no?
Well, I thought Billy was going to be a no.
100%. Me too. Me too. I'd have bet money on it, and I'm not a
Yeah.
betting man, but I'd have said Billy's going to say no. Yeah, I would have
Yeah,
said
I
that.
would. Yeah, very surprised he said yes. I mean, at the suit fitting and the stag do, both times he said it's going to be a no as it stands. They've still got issues around the job,
Yeah.
which I thought they cleared that up in the pods because Ashley said she'd be willing to like take a step back from the cabin crew and stay on the ground with the airline.
Yeah. That's not a job though. That's not a job though. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's cabin crew and she can't change a job, can she?
No, but I think she mentioned that, so that was I thought well that's always been a possible solution then to kind of navigate that. Obviously, it wouldn't happen overnight, but
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think that listen, I was very sure that Ashley was going to say yeah. I
Mhm.
felt confident she was going to say yeah, and Billy. I thought he was going to say no. However, I'm very happy that he said yeah, because I think that they are really good together. He did say he's never loved anybody like he's loved her, and he's been married before, which is a very bold statement for somebody who's been married before to make. I don't think he'd have said that lightly, so I think he means that. And I really like Ashley, so yeah, I'm really happy for them both. I'm really happy for them both, but I do feel like it's going to be a big test now, and it's going to be strain on the relationship because they're back to the real world, and we know this. Like, well, you know, obviously you got married, I didn't, but the real world is the real test for a relationship and for marriage, and it's not going to be this sort of crazy experience anymore on TV. It's real life. So this is going to be the real sort of experiment, not just the journey we're seeing. I think this next bit's going to be the real test.
Yeah, it is a test. I remember when Nick and I got married, I was still based up north. She was down in London, and I'd be commuting twice a week, Friday night after work, drive down to London, sometimes
Yeah,
6 hours because of the
and that's it.
traffic.
And we're going to have to see that with
Mm.
Carl Sarova, with Billy and Ashley. I'm not too sure. I think that Kieran and Megan live locally. I think they live near, sort of quite near each other, or in the London
Yeah.
area. But definitely for the other couples, there's going to be a test there now, and
Mhm.
it'll be interesting to see whether they work out. Like, because obviously distance is a big thing. Like, it's a huge thing. Do you know what I mean? If your wife
Yeah.
lives on the other country, that's crazy. That's like difficult to make it
Yeah.
work.
And that's
And
it. I mean, obviously, Nick and I always had that end goal of I'd be more moving to London long term. But you still got to do the work. It was hard, but again, I knew this is what I signed up for. And you do it for somebody that you love and care about. So I hope they can. It's easier said than done. Obviously, I think there's more distance between those guys, and with Ashley's job, it might make it difficult if she's got free time during the week and Billy has to work during the week. That's another mix.
yeah.
Um, there was a part in the Hindu where Ashley's friends said it seems like she's lost her spark, lost her bubble a little bit. Did you notice
Mm.
that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. I thought as well that might have derailed or given Ashley some doubts, um, but
I
no.
think I think that if there is doubt in the relationship or in the answer, like she's very set on him saying yes, or she's very set on a wedding, getting married. So if you have any sort of element of uncertainty about your partner's decision, then obviously that's going to sort of affect you. So maybe that's why maybe she had lost a bit of a sparkle because she can't solely focus on the wedding and this happy experience. She's always got that element of doubt at the back of her mind. So it is going to affect the way she interacts with people, or friends, or family, and sort of. I think it's going to do that naturally. So that's possibly
Yeah,
why this
true.
maybe a dimmer side of her, but she certainly looked happy on the wedding day. I think all the girls looked very glamorous. They all looked really nice, and equally the men looked very handsome. Yeah, I think that they've all done each other proud. Okay, Jed and Bada, it wasn't a yes on the day, but it wasn't a no to a relationship, was it? It was kind of no at the minute. I'm just hoping that Jed kind of sees that Bada's decision wasn't sort of a flippant thing. It was something that she's kind of obviously thought about, and she's made a decision which she feels is best for both of them right now. And I hope they pursue a relationship. I hope they continue outside this experience, and we'll see next episode, I guess, on the reunion. But I hope all the couples stay together. But do you think what's your predictions for the couples? Like, should we talk about that? What we think, whether they're going to stay together or separate? What do we reckon? Because we know Love Is Blind. It's not always happy endings, rainbows, and puppies. Sometimes it's just sadness,
Funerals.
funerals.
Yeah, we talk about that. I think one final thing on Billy Ashley was that I think Ashley looked just as surprised as we were when she saw Billy say yes. Yeah, but no, I'm glad they did. In terms of predictions, I think Kieran Megan, they'll be fine. I
Yeah,
think Cal Sarova, probably fine.
I think yes, but I think they would have encountered issues. But I still think they'll be together. Yeah.
Yeah. The only doubts are Billy and Ashley is whether they can make that work with their jobs.
Yes, but they yes, for me they are the biggest doubt. But that being said, they were the biggest doubt for me on the wedding days to say yes, and they did. So I was wrong there. So who's to say I'm not going to be wrong again? But for me, they are the biggest doubt. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. If I had to call it, I'd be 51% sure they'll be together. No,
yeah.
I'm more than that. I'll give them 65, 70% they'll be
I,
together.
I'm I'm hopeful they're all together still. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. If they're all together, that's what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. One other thing I thought was surprising is not a single couple talked about prenup. And I know on our season that was obviously mentioned. It's quite a big thing when it comes to marriage, especially if you've known them for 6 weeks. But as far as I'm aware, none of the couples, well, they may have got prenups off camera, but they didn't even mention it. It never came up in conversation. Yeah, did you notice
I
that?
think. Well, obviously, we know the legalities behind it. It's a proper wedding, legally binding contract, and we know that behind the scenes, we know that the welfare team, the production would have discussed that because they have their best interest in mind. They want to protect themselves and they want to make sure that the people who are involved in this experience are all protected as well. So we know that those discussions would have been had. It's just whether the production chose to show it on camera, I guess. And I guess we don't know, do we? We don't know unless they come out and say themselves in Q&As or interviews, podcasts
Yeah.
and things. Maybe Netflix just didn't choose to show it this year.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Cool. Well, that is a wrap on the wedding episode recap. Next, we're going to look forward to the reunion.
Oh, I wonder if we'll get an invite.
I wonder if we'll be there.
I wonder. I wonder if we
Have to
have
wait
been
and
there
see.
and we already have answers.
But the reunion is live. Netflix streams on Sunday the 31st, 9 p.m. British summer time. Keep an eye out for it.
9 p.m. It was like 1 p.m. LA time. What's that about? 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock New York. So get it watched, guys.
Nice. Put your predictions in the comments below. I want to see what you guys think. Who's going to stay together? Will they all be together? Will Jed and Bada still be engaged? And yeah, we'll bring you another episode after the reunion has aired.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
Thanks for
watching.
tuning in.
Remember to like and subscribe. If you don't subscribe, then we don't get paid. Obviously, this podcast is very important to us. We do it for fun. It's not for an income or anything like that. We are solely doing it for fun. And as we've mentioned before, profits are going to a charitable cause. So subscribe, like, share. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys. Love you. Appreciate it. See you
Bye
next
bye.
week.